Welcome to English Teacher. I'm Teacher. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. First of all, I'd like to apologize for not getting my regular videos out. It's been a very busy weekend and I've been pulled in 100 different directions. Secondly, I'd like to ask that you please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate everyone who does this. It helps bump me up in the algorithm and it's starting to grow and be more popular. Also, if you're subscribed, there's a little bell icon down below, and if you hit that, it'll let you know every time I release a new video. It's good for my algorithm and it keeps you updated when I'm doing new things. So, today I will be doing practical English conversation using idioms, and I will be discussing them with my co-host. So please, sir, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Hayyan. A learner, a teacher, and a lover of English. Thank you very much for helping us understand this nice language, teacher.
Thank you very much. And I just want to mention to everybody, you have your own YouTube channel as well, and you're trying to get into teaching English in the Middle East. I think you're trying to focus on the UE.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested, you can check out his channel. What's the name of your channel?
English with Sarah and Hayyan.
Okay.
I'm doing this with my British friend Sarah, an English teacher who lives in Britain. Thank you very much for mentioning that.
Not a problem. If I can figure it out, I'll actually put a link to your channel in the description of this video, so everybody can go down and have a look at it if you want to see what they're doing over there. We have to promote each other. We have to help each other out. I think the more we do this, like you're looking at the UE, I'm looking at places like Vietnam and China. Like there's a need for us in so many different places. I don't think we ever have to worry about taking someone else's work.
Exactly. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Not a problem. Okay, so we'll start out with the first one here. Okay, today I'd like to introduce our presenter, Chloe Stevenson. From day one at our company, she has made an impact. She got our ABC accounting software up and running from the ground up. Her implementation of this new software has been right on the money and across the board. We feel lucky to have her on our team. Honestly, I'm a bit out of my depth when it comes to the ins and outs of this stuff. So we'll let Chloe get to it. Welcome, and I hope everyone enjoys the presentation.
Thanks, Brendan. You certainly helped me get started off on the right foot here. Hopefully, it will be smooth sailing from here on out.
Perfect. Now we'll read it again and we'll switch roles. So you get to go first.
Okay. Today, I'd like to introduce our presenter, Chloe Stevenson. From day one at our company, she's made an impact. She got our ABC accounting software up and running from the ground up. Her implementation of this new software has been right on the money and across the board. We feel lucky to have her on our team. Honestly, I'm a bit out of depth when it comes to the ins and outs of this stuff, so we will let Chloe get to it. Welcome, and I hope everyone enjoys the presentation.
Thanks, Brendan. You certainly helped me get started off on the right foot here. Hopefully it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. Okay, let me just check something out here. Okay, there's a couple things that are interesting in here because the way they say them isn't the way we would say it where I'm from. Okay, so I'm going to address that as we go through. So the first idiom that we have here is from day one. Do you have an idea what it means?
Yeah, from the beginning of something.
Yeah, exactly, right? Usually it has to do with the startup of a company. So if you've been there since day one, they might also say, you've been here since the doors opened, right? If it's the actual opening of the company or day one of a new project. But yeah, it's usually related to something with a company when you use that saying.
So it's like business term, maybe?
Mostly, yeah. It's very seldomly used in a more personal, private sense. Somebody might say, this teacher helped me from day one. A mentor helped me from day one. But it's not something that is generally used in casual conversation. Okay. She's made an impact.
Like she's played a good role, or she was successful from the beginning?
Yeah. To make an impact, you almost always... I don't think I've ever heard that. That's almost always a positive thing. The impact is a change. Is some kind of a change. So she's made a positive change. She's made an impact to the company. Yeah.
So it can't be negative at all.
Usually then it said she's made a negative impact, or that's made a negative impact. So the word negative is actually added to it. Okay. Okay, the accounting software up and running.
I've never heard of that. I can't expect.
Okay, so I think it comes from computers, actually. Because when you upload and run a computer program, back in the olden days, you actually had to run a specific program. Everything wasn't set up with the internet the way it is now. So it basically means that you took a project and you implemented the project. You got the project into the company and functioning, right? So running is it's actually functioning in the company and working for everyone. Okay? So up is the implementation, and running is that it's constant, that it's successfully integrated. Okay?
Okay.
From the ground up.
So before her work it was worse. Now she's making it better. So
yeah, from the ground up usually means from the beginning.
From the beginning.
It's almost like replacing from day one, right? From the ground up, you laid the foundation. Like a lot of my students, I start with pronunciation. So I'm laying the foundation. So I'm teaching them English from the ground up. Right? So usually when people say the ground, it means the foundation of whatever you're doing. So she started it from the foundation up. Now the way these two are used together, she got our accounting software up and running from the ground up. That's really awkward. I don't think that I have heard it said in that way. They'd usually separate the two. Like, from the ground up, she got our accounting software up and running, or something like that. I've never heard them like follow after each other like this. So where I'm from, this just comes out as awkward. I don't think I would hear people typically say it like that. There might be different places where they do, because when you travel around with English as such a widespread language, different people speak it in different ways. So for North America, my accent is pretty much the base accent that's accepted. And then other people from different areas talk with different accents. Okay. Right on the money.
Is it like to make profits or make profits?
No, I want to say that this comes from a gambling background. So when you so you put your money somewhere, and then it lands there. So it's right on the money. So what you did ended up being perfect for what was needed. So your decision was 100%. It was right on the money.
Can we use this idiom, let's say, with or expression with in other contexts away from business?
Yeah, just about anything. Anytime, a lot of the time what it'll be is if you make an estimate or a guess at something, so you're sitting around talking about sports. We'll use football because everybody plays football, soccer. So you say, everybody's saying this team's going to win, and you say, no, you know what, I think this other team's going to come through and win, right? And the team you said comes through, and they're like, what do you know? You were right on the money with that. Right?
Yeah.
Or I think that this is going to come out to 5,203. And it comes out right on the money. They're like, wow, I can't believe that, So you made an estimate or you made a guess at something, and it turned out to be the exact thing. So yeah, it can get used in different terms, right? But that's what it is usually when somebody takes a risk at something and it turns out to be 100% accurate. So that's where the saying right on the money comes, because it's 100% accurate. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Across the board.
I don't have any idea here.
It's okay. So basically, across the board means that it's the same for everyone or everything. Right? So if you work for a company, they have benefits for their employees. Well, they have benefits across the board. So everyone who works for them has benefits. Right? And every item A that leaves our factory has to have an item B attached to it across the board. So it happens with everyone the same. It's like a standard, right? When you set a standard to live up to, it's across the board. Get it?
I got it. Yeah.
Perfect. Out of my depth.
Yeah, I think I know this. It's like I'm not. I don't have experience in something.
Yes. Or it's beyond my experience, beyond my knowledge. Right? Like, I teach English. If somebody starts talking to me about physics, I'm going to be out of my depth in that conversation. Because I don't know nearly as much. I'm going to be asking a lot more questions and making statements. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, and get started off on the right foot.
Help me start, or yeah, I think so.
What?
Like to help somebody start with something.
Yeah, okay, but on the right foot is helping them start in. It's like saying, somebody got me headed in the right direction. So it's not just that they helped you start, but they helped you start in the right way. Right? So they helped me get started off is one thing. But on the right foot means that the way they helped me get started was in the proper direction. So it really, it helped me out in such a positive way. Okay? Okay, and smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing. So I know the problem is sometimes that you know the vocabulary, but you can't guess the meaning. Smooth sailing. Okay, sailing is to sail through the sea. So
Right.
to go in a journey or something like that.
Right.
To start the journey.
So
But smooth, is it easily?
okay, let's leave it in the sailing context. So if you're sailing, right, and the water can either be rough or it can be smooth. So smooth sailing is the direction you're going in doesn't have a lot of obstacles. It's very smooth. So your context of smooth sailing actually translates really well into this one, right? So you're headed in a direction in a very smooth manner. So things are going really well.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, sometimes the context translates fairly literally into what the meaning is. Okay, well, thank you very much. I love going through these things. It's just, to me, it's fascinating. I actually learned some new stuff out of it. And a lot of people who are learning English are trying to learn English for business. And if somebody comes up with this, if you're dealing with a Western client in Canada or the US, and they start using some of these because they use them all the time, it's important to know these things. So I think these videos can be very helpful to people. Thank you very much for helping me out today, sir. And thank you everyone for joining in. And again, if you like the content, subscribe, hit the bell button. Greatly appreciated. And let all your friends know. Anyways, I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.